All right, thank you, Lucy. Yeah, I mean, what are we going to see here, Sean? Because maybe this is where the madness starts. You know, maybe we're going to see some shenanigans right out of the gate with some interesting picks.
I want to see some Astras in play here, particularly on Bind and Haven. I just think they can control the choke points so well, right? Particularly on this patch. I think this is going to be a series where we see a lot more Astras than what we saw in that last series. So that's the #1 thing I would look out for on the agent select.
Yeah, and it's so impactful too. And you got to get it in there before that new patch hits as well.
Go Lunar Cats going on the Astra. Katsumi going on it as well. Man, the lineup for C9Y is just so good. I just think they've fielded such a good kind of diversity amongst the agents within the game, right? Like people that mastered their particular classes within the game, and that's what makes them such a scary team.
Yeah, and you know, I did one of the 9 shows recently with some of the Cloud9 players, and you know, it's really interesting to hear some of these things from, you know, Alexis and Mel in particular, who I was talking with, and you know, asking, you know, what is the objective? What are you working on? And of course, there's a lot that they're working on. They're a super hardworking team, but you know, one of the things that they're always focused on is team chemistry and or synergy on the server. And just as you're saying, like that is something that is definitely very characteristic about how they play. And there's so many edges to be gained by having a great synergy and awareness of your teammates and how they think and how they play, and also the complements of how, you know, one agent, you know, plays with another, and just exploring that and focusing on it. And that's some of the next level stuff that you can really see in this game because of how unique the agents are together. You can do some really cool stuff. So looking forward to seeing, you know, what they have to really throw off their opponents here. And starting out on the attack, is there anything that we should be expecting to see from C9Y? Are they going to come out of the gate swinging here?
Well, with this double initiator comp, like with the Sova and the Sky, I mean, having a Trailblazer and a drone available to you on this attack side is so big. And look at this, 4-person A push coming in from Nothing to Lose. They gravity well the mid window to slow them down even more. They're right behind this hit right now.
I love the deep Astra smoke as well on a lobby. And there goes the Trailblazer, you know, talking about that info gathering to see, okay, what is actually going on? Let's spend a bit of resources on that. There's the flash, winning some forward position, or at least threatening that forward positioning on that A lobby spot. And it's a great response.
They sniff it out. Yeah, they sniff it out so fast because of that Trailblazer, and they just roll into an empty C site. And look, there's a retake cam on the wall, and very smart. Artstar's not going to activate that until it's time. They're just spraying the walls right up. Looking for it.
Yeah, big surgery garage coming through here for Nothing to Lose. And Jazzy ready and awaiting on that raise. No util remaining. The drone will get the tag there. Oh, Annie Dro's found a fantastic timing coming through at the back of garage, able to upgrade to the Ghost, and Alexis is finishing up a couple of these players as well. 2 versus 2 now. It's Pistol Madness as per the usual, and it's up to Alexis. Nice precision there with that classic, looking to finish things off. But it's Ariana to actually get it done and has just enough time, I think just barely, to secure the defuse. Oh, it's so close. Oh. And it is locked in. Nothing to Lose starting out, as I hope they're able to continue.
Wow. That was so insanely close. And I just want to... Ariana, to get off the spike and, you know, walk over to the right side of sight right there, just predicting exactly what was going on. Such good game sense. I mean, wow. What a retake from Nothing to Lose. Very well done. And unlike the last game, we don't see the rebuy coming in on the attack side. Shock dart for front B. That'll take out the trip. I love that. That's something we didn't see in the last game. It missed. Oh, no. Okay. I lied.
All right. Well, it's the classic maneuver, you know, on a pistol. It's very difficult to gain much ground, but you can maybe get a spike plant on that B site. Ooh.
Look at the ground it's taking.
Yeah, Mel's actually found a good spot there, and this is looking very damaging, very dangerous indeed, and it's a swell of players coming through Garage and B into C. this is a risky situation. Now, Ariana Kiss coming in from C Long. That's definitely going to be nice. There's not a lot of position here for C9 to work with. And it's just Katsumi and Alexis now. So looking like a recovery is in store here, as Alexis has quite the task at hand. Able to take down one at least, but that defuse looks to be coming through regardless. And indeed, 2 players left, but that's a hell of a lot of damage and a spike plant. That's not a good look for Nothing to Lose. And C9 are going to be really nipping at their heels now.
Cool. I know C9's down 2-0 right now, but dang, these hits are super decisive, and they're scary. Like that B hit right there. They rolled up into the B site, breaking the trip, from spawn. We saw that. And then they take control of Link. Once they realize Soba's there, they push through to C. And that is so hard to read if you're on the defense. And that's why, Alexis gets those 2 frags. Ooh,
this control smokes
info.
again. Oh, and followed up by the long push coming through on C as well. I just love how active we're seeing Nothing to Lose being in these early rounds, Sean. And Ariana Kiss is in a great position to maybe even do some more damage. It is very difficult with the Spectre at that range, but again, the pressure is fantastic. Look at how constricted C9 are right now.
I love it. I love the aggression. We've seen constant aggression so far this half out of Nothing to Lose. Pushing A pistol. Now they're pushing C on the first gun. And this is a very big round, the bonus round. Like I said, they could snowball this half out of control if they win this. 2 Astra Stars on A at both choke points. Here's the drone and immediately pops the smokes up.
And there go the Seekers as well for some extra measures. Jazzykin's able to get some love on the entry, and that's a clear sight now. Spike going down, and it's a 4 versus 3 for the post plant for C9 White, so they're looking strong on the defense. We do have a flank coming through, slowly but surely, from Ariana Kist. It's the hot hands there to clear that corner, and the push comes through. Oh, Meldo finding a fantastic timing to clear out the flank, so looking very well in hand at this point. C9 Whites.
That was awesome. The gravity well into the Killjoy Molly, into a shock dart. Like, those guys, those people stood no chance coming out of spawn.
It's not even fair. I mean, we talked about synergy. I mean, you can't get more synergized than that.
No, and I mean, that was a round you would expect C9 to win. I think they had to earn it. They had to use an ult coming out of the sky. Yeah, that was kind of dicey. I liked the C long push early coming out of the Phoenix and the Jet. Even they had the reposition on A. Man, this is gonna be a good game. I don't think Nothing to Lose is as big of an underdog as I once thought.
Yeah, definitely. I think, we were talking about it previously, just being able to throw C9 White off of their game is going to be only done by picking the right aggressions, taking map control, taking initiative, peeling off players, and spoiling their game plan. And so far, we got that mid aggression coming through. You talked about it every round so far. Nothing to Lose throwing in the aggressions, and they're going to deal with that Killjoy turret. I love that. They get rid of it straight away. That's a huge win. Oh, playing the headshot angle. You just would have loved to have seen Ariana able to find something there, but they still have one player in mid, which C9 White may not account for. Plays to be made. Ooh, Alexis. Oh, wow, that was a real chance for Artstar.
Yeah, this
Man, I'm afraid for C9 White in some of these situations.
This aggression looks like it could come up big on all these rounds, and it hasn't yet. So I hope that Nothing to Lose doesn't lose their confidence and keeps up the aggression, because there's definitely a world where these rounds go in the other way.
Yeah, absolutely. And now this one will keep the defenders at bay for now, but firing squad of C9 White will make quick work of it. There is the Secret Lab Flawless coming through. But again, I feel like we're just waiting for a big payoff here from some of these bold and great plays, frankly, from Nothing to Lose.
Yeah, let's see if they keep up the aggression here, because this will be the first true test. You know, the first gun round. They saved after the bonus.
Well, Jet
Jet
Knight's coming
has the
out.
Bladestorm. Yeah. She's going top B site with him too.
Watch this. Well, Cloud9 White putting the pressure on C long here. That's certainly going to cause a rotation. Will C9 try to commit off of this? They are going to be draining some defensive utility because of this pressure being so strong. And look, there we go. Jazzykins goes in. The trade comes through, though, from Arianicus, but C9 are just going off at the back of this. It is back and forward here.
Wow.
And Cat Triggered able to get one. The flash comes through. It is a defense that has prevented C side access, but they've lost a lot in the process and are in a 2v3. And C9 can go anywhere.
Wow. Jazzy with the satchel up onto that box. What the Sova ult going on? What a hit.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how that was going to go, but that was such a beautiful play for space.
Dan, there's no way C9's going to be ready for this flank this quick.
Oh, the timing, though.
Oh,
Artstar's, that's the spike. Oh, the cage on the spike. And there is time for Artstar to slow play this. Oh, if Artstar can just kill this immediately. Oh, there's time for a full rotation if Artstar plays super slow.
That's some info. That's some info right there. And she also has another trip on the right side of site.
Oh.
So she knows that no one can swing right side site. There's a lot of info to work with right now. Oh, man, the Sova still has a drone.
Patient stuff here from Artstar. Unfortunately, of course, killing that turret does reveal Artstar's position being of one of two places, most likely. And there's the nanoswarms timed to perfection here, coming through from Melt. Lovely stuff there from C9 White to finish off the round. But again, Nothing to Lose are definitely showing us, Sean, that they have a lot of opportunities here and that they are earning. And it just feels like at some point one of those is going to hit for them.
Yeah, oh man, it seemed like Ariana was on such a well-timed flank because Katsumi cleared the window to garage. She peeked front B, didn't see anything, but Ariana was flanking through like the grass area of mid, and she hit such a good timing, but looked behind the box just to clear it, and got caught on the worst timing possible.
That pressure on the garage doors to begin with. Oh man, it's so annoying to be on the receiving end of stuff like that. One straight to the noggin. But hey, we've got the regrowth ready to go. Jazzy back up to 100. Important for the entry. And especially given that there's pistols mostly here for Nothing to Lose. They are playing retake with the Cypher util on A as well.
Alexis is using her utility so well. Just trailblazing through short A, clearing that out for her teammates. Using Guiding Light to clear out long. Like I said earlier, it lets you know when people get blinded. So the fact that no one gets blinded, they take long for free at that point. She uses one more in mid just now, clear out the mid push. So much info is gathered from this guy. And they still, I believe, have a drone. No, they use the drone. So Annie has used the drone, but a recon will come in. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, just really making it as safe as possible. You know, I respect that, especially if you feel like you're ahead in the ult economy. And they're in a good spot. Mel's one away from a lockdown. And Nothing to Lose are not really in a spot where I could ever possibly imagine them wanting to burn ults here unless a couple kills are gifted. There goes the Curple to try to see what they can make of this damage-wise. But again, running into the firing squad here, not a lot to be done. Artstar really trying to squeeze out any possible value. It's like you know when the toothpaste is just right at the end. You know, you just really just trying to find some way to squeeze out that extra bit, but there's nothing.
I've been in that scenario for like 2 weeks. Dan.
Yeah, exactly.
There's always a little bit more.
there's always more. It just depends on how hard you are willing to try.
And how clean you want your teeth to be, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Dental hygiene is important.
A lot of ults in play here this round. Sarastar has the ult to cancel out Melt if used accordingly. Like that's usually what you see happen. Oh, and run it back is done as well. There's that annoying Trailblazer.
Oh, just so decisive here.
Guiding Light over the wall again.
Yeah.
Catches Ariana in the middle of the open. Man, this guy is having so much impact.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of really goes to the point that you made previously, just that C9 White are going to be looking really great tactically. We have certainly been seeing that. Just winning some of these important early round moments with those tactics is huge on the attack. They're in a 5v4. It's like, oh man, it's so easy to like create pressure now, and now the defenders have to like take big risks or guess. Everything's risky. And look at the holes created here. And Mel's trying to abuse an open space on the C site, and she has timed it to perfection. But is there an anti-timing? There is. Look at that. Wins the battle somehow.
Tragic. Absolutely tragic. Now we're in a 4-on-4, and there's the Asher ult coming in. That's the attack sided Asher ult, though. We also have a defender Asher ult. Oh, dear. Perpendicular lines out here.
Oh, that's a huge pickup from R-Star as well. And there's so much to play with here. Annie Dro, though, two very important kills there coming through. And that's going to be a 2v2 here. So at this point, it really feels like anyone's. Ooh, there goes Cat Triggered. Alexis announcing her position in style from backside. R-Star now with it all to do. And can't hit those first few bullets, unfortunately, for her. But Alexis, of course, is going to be quite happy with that one. And Cloud9 White, I mean, that was a really awesome round, actually, from both sides.
Yeah, I thought the find on the CT push onto Mel, I mean, it was kind of fortunate, if we're being honest here, based on timing. But once they were in that 4-on-4, I love the decisiveness out of C9 to use the Astra ult, not even risk anything. You know, they played that really well because the round was in total jeopardy at that point. But here comes the C aggression. We get no time to break here.
Absolutely not. We'll see what can be done here. And actually, it seems like a pretty good guess because C9 were looking to go for a C hit. And, I mean, they're going to see so much here. They're going to know the rest of the map is for free at this point. So, Nothing to Lose could call a cancel very early here if they want to try to head out what would be an expected rotation. But C9 is so experienced that you could almost see them just waiting so long that then Nothing to Lose have to play for info again. And they start to be in a disadvantage. But using the util that they have to make things safe has been a theme here from C9 White. And look, Alexis is asking questions. Oh, goodbye.
It's not the answer she was looking for. No. Still, I mean, this is a free A site, 5-on-4, massive gun advantage. Sarastar has a Sova ult, but do they really want to waste it on a buy like this?
It's so tough, isn't it? Especially because I feel like C9 are managing their ult economy so well that they're always ahead in the ults, so they always have that extra answer. And here, like, just because they're so ahead, they get to use ults like this to just really guarantee the rounds that they are supposed to win. And they're still left with a Showstopper and Hunter's Fury and the Seekers, so...
Wow, that actually detained that player. That's kind of a blunder that someone got detained right there.
Yeah, you hate to see that.
Wow. It looks like Nothing to Lose just wants everyone to die. Yeah, they're gonna take them out as the spike blows up. Oh my god, no one's living on C9 right here.
Ooh, can they make it out of there in time? Ooh.
Oh, they just bust through. Couldn't have been more wrong, Dan.
I was just sort of awestruck. I was like, hang on, they're actually taking the least safe path here. That's a bold move, but hey, can't argue with results. 6-2 in favor of Cloud9 White. But again, I feel like the score it wouldn't tell the whole tale here. I think Nothing to Lose have shown a lot of looks, and they're doing a lot of things right. And we're going to see a switch up here. The operator into the hands of Arianarchist.
Yeah, I don't know what the switch up is going to be. I mean, they faced a lot of difficulty pushing the extremities at C and A, particularly because, you know, the initiators, like I mentioned in the pregame, when you have a drone and you also have the Trailblazer, you know, you can always go A. Whereas without those agents, it's kind of hard to clear out all these angles on short A. Right? It's a disaster to go through that zone of the map. But that's why you see C9 able to just seesaw between the sites so easily, because Annie saves her drone, Alexis saves the Trailblazer, and there's always one of them to do it. And I think even when Alexis got caught at C right there, she was probably going to go clear it out with the Trailblazer at that point.
Well, nothing to lose. I'm looking to find an opening pick from Arianicus with that operator around Garage. So it's going to be interesting to see if this is going to yield any results. We do have quite a surge possibly from Cloud9, who have put a lot of pressure towards this position. So I like this choice. Oh, yes, the flick is good there from Arianicus. Nice flick onto the head, and that is Jazzykins out of the round. And that's the showstopper gone too. The Seekers will be used immediately as Cloud9, off the back of that, they decide to speed things up here. I love this maneuver from them. We'll have to see if it's going to pan out in their favor. Mel trying to take deep positions here as she looks to get that off angle, working to her favor. But Arianicus, out come the daggers. I love the confidence, up dropping over the top of right click. Out comes the classic instead. And it's going to be R-Star to get the trade at the very least. And there's not a lot here for Anidro. The shock darts, the position post plant, and Katru just says no.
No. Annie had the ult right there, and for those of you in chat are wondering, there's just no way. She needed to get an opening frag, so very smart of her not to waste it right there. If she wasted it that early, all she's doing is just stalling the defuse for a few seconds. You know? So I like the heads-up play to not use it right there, but what an opening pick from Ariana, and this one, heads-up play, not falling to Mel.
Ariana has been on that aim lab grinds on the 6th shot. Or maybe the motion shot, I don't know.
Track them down.
Some kind of shot. Something's being shot.
Look at this, the double Astra Stars at A, Gravity Well, potentially a stun on short. Really putting it in the defender's minds. Don't play aggressive here. Trailblazer to go clear out short, Recon to clear out long. It is so difficult to play aggressive at A against this team.
Yeah, they've been doing such a good job.
The sign of a good team, in my eyes, Dan, is one that you can't play aggressive on. You're forced to play passive into a style that they are very aware of. Oh my goodness.
Oh, the aggression is brutal. Great entries coming through. And again, tactically, everything is in place for C9 White to make their lives as perfect as possible. And Arianicus is stuck here on this flank. And I don't know that there's a lot of options here for nothing to lose. We'll see what they're able to cobble together if they decide to go for it. Or perhaps it's going to be the same case here. Just funnel them into Arianicus. Don't give any opportunity to exit. Just kill all of the remaining C9 White players as they try to leave the site. That might be the best case here. And it looks like that's what they're going to try to do. Katrug has to live, though. Maybe the wall up here, something. Just try to keep this position locked out. But there is a safe passage now for C9. They're going to get away from the spike. Oh, wow. The awareness is just great. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh. Cat triggered it down as well. At least the operator's still in hand, but...
Hey, stop, she's already dead. No more, Dan.
Like the scene from The Simpsons.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, of course.
So yeah. When do Simpsons references become too old? Is that...
we're probably already there. It's just we don't realize it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like they're supposed to be so timeless, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's what old people typically say about their
Well, the operator once again could be the difference maker here from Arianicus. Just has to find a fortunate first timing. We already know that Arianicus is good for the flicks. Oh, that's really unfortunate, actually. The bait's coming through will throw Ariana off of the angle. And it looks like C9 actually want to continue to push.
Look at this. Now a drone's coming. It's just like she cannot get an opening. She's trying to push the issue, and C9 White just doesn't allow it with these initiators.
And just look at the awareness, too. Just knowing that the flank is then open and just pressuring it. So then nothing to lose. Just look how... I mean, you talked about it, Sean, just now. Look how passive they are now. They just they try to get aggressive. They just can't.
C9 is going into the stack. Showstopper still on deck. Oh, dear.
Oh, good follow-ups coming through again. This ult economy is just whenever there could be any hint, any whiff of trouble, the ults come in to really lock it in, and Katsumi's just found just a really sick timing here. And that's R-Star down. Nothing Arianicus can do as well against that off angle, and that is 8 rounds. And what looked like a lot of opportunities, opportunities are great, but they have to at some point hit. At some point, and that unfortunately has just not been the case here. Nothing to lose.
These C9 sight hits look so good when they throw the paint shells behind both A site and C site, Sova arrows coming in, Sky guiding lights going over the sites on both sides. Like, there's just so much utility that they're dumping on these sites that you can't play passive. But Nothing to Lose can't play aggressive. So what do they do, Dan?
Yeah, it's
they need to retake or something. They need to just stay and spawn.
Schrodinger's cat situation here.
Yeah. Oh,
they're both alive and dead at the same time. Okay. C9 once again kind of walking it to and fro. Just again, it just this walk to and fro, the pressure that they're throwing up, it's creating a situation where, again, as we said, Nothing to Lose don't feel like they can get aggressive, really. They can't really read the pacing or the timings. But they still have to do it. They still have to take the risks. And that's the really difficult thing here. Another side hit comes through, and it's just beautiful. Just as you were talking about, Sean, it's all very well pieced together and drilled here by C9 White.
Oh, I'm going to plant the spike. Let me just drop 2 Molotovs on it real quick. I still have this alarm bot.
Cosmic Divide. Annie in a really sick position. Very well played by her, and... Oh, dear.
Poor Cypher. Poor Cypher.
Yeah. Oh, and the drone goes through first.
The drone goes through.
Just a second. Okay, well... They're going to try to do what they can to break through now, and Jazzy will actually whiff that shot, but Katsumi on the other end of things hit really connecting, and it's just, maybe there's a whiff, but it's just across the entire team, the performance is just at such a high level. It just really doesn't seem like there's a lot that can be done in some of these spots, and yeah, Katsumi has really been connecting. 17 kills here, hitting every single headshot.
Oh my goodness. Remember that time earlier on in the half where I said, Nothing to Lose is a lot less of an underdog than I thought? That was the top, and we should have all sold at that point and just bought massive invest into C9 White, because I was so wrong. C9 White looks so good. Oh my
yeah,
God.
I mean,
it's not even Nothing to Lose looking bad, right?
Yeah, it's crazy when one team has to take a lot of the correct risks, and it doesn't look like the other team is taking any risks, but all of those risks the other team's taking are necessary. It's like, that's kind of what's going on right now, and it's like, hang on. That's, it seems like White are really positioned very well in that sense, but it's the second half pistol. We'll see if things can turn here on these, as these sides are switched. Nothing to Lose now on the attack, trying to hit this A site quickly. It is looking difficult, Mel.
Oh no, Mel, stop that.
Don't do it. Don't. It's just not fair. C9 White doing a good job defending here. Just one left. Luna Cats with the ghost. Seeing what she can get done. She's picked up the spike as well. A minute to play with, a decent amount of health remaining. And there is certainly moves to be made here. A 1v1 for Luna Cats. Oh, the tags come through. Alexis locks it in. And that's the 10th round on the board for C9 White. And it looks like they will continue as they have been.
Jeez Louise. Look at the support players on C9. Katsumi, Alexis, showing up there 17, 15 frags respectively. Like, what more can you ask for out of an Asher and a Sky? Their lineup's so stacked.
Yeah, it is really awesome to see.
Don't give them ground.
We might get a fast hit here coming through onto the C site. The guiding light, though, is ready. Ooh, it goes pretty deep, but it's going to get some key information. Like the reposition coming through here. Trying to keep hold of backside. Oh, Mel's in there. They're able to trade out that kill quite nicely. A 2-for-1, a 3-for-1. Mel, out comes the classic. I mean, could have had it to Nothing to Lose here. They are getting at least a couple kills. They couldn't quite manage to take side control. And again, just good repositioning from C9 White to make sure that they guarantee that they hold back side.
Oh, man. I thought C might have been the play because if you looked on the mini-map, and we'll probably get to see it again because it wasn't really used. And watch this setup that's about to go down front B. It's going to be insane. There's going to be Killjoy and Astra stuff. Oh, no? Oh, Mel? Yep, there it is. Alarm bot there. No, she's not doing the mollies this time. The B setup was unreal in that last round. There was just zero shot that Nothing to Lose could go B.
And this is
clearly saying I'm reading it.
Yeah, this is the hope. This is the chance. Trying to play the bonus round with worse guns. We've got a very fast push coming through. Alexa's able to actually finish that one off. She's been left quite low here, but the important part is that she managed to trade out the kill and she's got the site under control.
Wow. And then she sends the guiding light into short right there. I mean, she felt the pressure of the hit, right? She doesn't know if she's being hunted down when she gets tagged by that drone, but the guiding light not blinding anyone short allows her to catch her breath, regroup in the site. Jazzy rotates, and now the A site is kind of locked down. I mean, look at the double Asher stars.
Yeah.
This is going to be a hard site hit.
So much good information. You know, the Trailblazer, there was such... It only saw the Astra, but sometimes like seeing the right agent is enough if you know the other team. And here comes the push. Can C9 White hold this? Looks like Jazzy was ready to almost give up the site there and play retake. And in goes the push here from Nothing to Lose. Nice angle coming through to try to defend this one, but a very, very good couple entries have been found now by Nothing to Lose to secure site control. And Nitro might try to get a little cheeky there, but it looks like Lunacats is on that angle. Very responsible stuff, preventing anything from going awry before the spike is planted. They've now fallen into post-plant positions, and it's looking increasingly unlikely that C9 White should be able to find a way back in. Never say never, of course, as Katsumi will announce her position, just being touched by that. Oh, the distraction, just tapping it as much as possible to create distraction for Annie Dro. And now here comes the push. Finally, are they able to find the kills they're looking for? Katsumi in the side, able to take one down, but that's a wrap. It is the conversion coming through for Nothing to Lose.
Yeah, I mean, I was falling for the bait too. Oh my god, cage noise, cage noise, cage noise. Look at me, look at me. Arrow hits the wall. Oh, it's just so... That was pretty clever that they had all the cage noises, and then the arrow hits the wall, pings the default spot. Could have gotten sketchy, but yeah, just a bonus round there for C9 White. And this is where Nothing to Lose really has to start making a comeback, right? This is a must-win round if they're going to mount a comeback.
Yeah, playing that bonus round is kind of like the one chance your opponent's kind of going to give you in a situation like this, and it's the beginning, it's the start, or at least it is the possible start of something. And here comes a Gary's control using the run it back. Oh, that's so unfortunate for Cat Trigger there, losing the run it back there prematurely through that wall. At the same time, Ariana Kiss with the pressure towards C Long, and the Seekers are going to be forced out as well. It does feel like Nothing to Lose are doing a good job here so far.
Yeah, I love the garage setup, though, to have the Killjoy turret bait. Anidro knows how to perfectly time that, knows exactly where the bullets are coming from. Takes out the Phoenix clone. Now Nothing to Lose, regrouping here towards front B, but this is definitely going to be an A hit based on where the spike is.
Very smart. Hot hands in the dark cover. Rather, the smoke there that was back sight. Katsumi with such a strong off angle there. They're just going to feed straight into her. She's just hitting everything here as well. C9 looking to defend this one. Artstar with the lurk into A. Catches one. It's a second to be had here for Artstar, but won't come to its conclusion. And Sarastar unable to connect as well. So C9 White now 12-4. Again, there's been a lot of promise here for Nothing to Lose, but just missing that extra touch to find the conversions on some of these rounds. And C9 White looking, I mean, comfortable is maybe the best possible word.
I mean, Dan, this is the utmost comfort. I wish I was this comfortable as C9 look right now. I mean, up 12-4 like this. They there's almost no world where they don't close out this map in my eyes. Like, they just look so tactically deep on Haven. I doubted, why they picked this map, given the fact that Nothing to Lose has an insane win rate on it. But they just look like the much better team here.
Yeah, it's always so awesome to just respect the details in the game that have been placed there by C9. There's just a lot of little things, and that's, of course, what it comes down to. The drone tag, the follow-up with the Hunter's Fury. Looking to catch that kill, but nice dodges coming through from Annie Dro. Although, oh, wow. Missed that one, but that sounded really good.
Yeah.
And it was a Marshall, so it had to be pretty sick. It was a penetration kill, too.
Nothing excites me more than the Marshall's price being lowered, by the way, in the next patch. Just
yes.
It is, I can't wait to see the Marshall clips.
It's such a good gun. And there's the spike now going down, and
Spike planted.
see what Cloud9 White can do here to retake this. It's actually going to be difficult.
The lockdown is about to come into play. Lunar Cat's uses her ult as well, so this is going to be actually a really tough retake. But they'll run through this wall because, Killjoy ult.
Exactly. Very well put, very succinct, very concise there. And there comes the defuse. Pressure is on right now. Coming off of it, though, Katsumi. Mel able to find the kill into Lunacats, who desperately had to, in a panic sense, push onto the spike here. The pressure is just too great. And that said, time is still a problem here. Serastar gets the key kill. Oh, the finish for the clutch from Serastar. Fantastic stuff for Nothing to Lose. Keeps them in it. Just at least one round longer. Great performance from them.
That's massive. Wow. That's a very hard clutch to win, too. They knew exactly where she was. Gun advantage. Peeks out. Destroys them with the ghost. Okay. Okay, that's some life coming out of Nothing to Lose here. A C9 on the back foot. Not a full buy. Do you believe, Dan?
I see a judge, Sean.
Are you judging?
I see a judge.
Get out of my way.
It's on Jazzy, too. We haven't seen Jazzy use the showstopper. Honestly, she's never been put in a situation where she's needed to.
Yep. It's just always been there, ready to, bail them out in case something gets desperate. But, ooh, I love it. Love a good Guardian as well. And the push comes through onto the C site, and the weapon advantage really working out as it's supposed to. That said, though, Alexis might make things complicated. Jazzy's now in a forward position with the judge. Not the optimal ranges here, but he's... Oh, no. Jazzy's found optimal ranges with that judge, putting it to great use. She has decimated the push in R-Star now with the Guardian. In the 1v2. Unfortunately, though, the spike is down on the ground in a very bad position.
Camera taken out.
Time to work this.
Immediately taken out, Dan. No info gotten from that, really. Can't work up in time. Oh, she gets pinged by the Sova Recon.
You just got to go happy mode here and just run all the way. The Guardian, just get the 2-1 taps.
They're playing off the turret, though, Dan. The second this turret shoots, they're double swinging. Oh.
It's like having a third player. It's so difficult for our star. And Cloud9 White going to finish things off 13-6. Really impressive performance from Cloud9 White. We talked a lot about the fact that they were heavy favorites. Nothing to Lose showed us a lot of great arguments as to opportunities that they could have turned into something pretty awesome, but just couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, I have to respect their game plan. I think they came into Haven with an idea of what they wanted to do. They went up 2-0. So yeah, even though they lost like 13-5, 13-6, whatever it was, I mean, they started off well. And they should have probably got another round in those first 5 or so. And it, honestly, all the credit in the world to C9 White. They just looked tactically deep. Every ability had a reason for it being used. Their site executes were on point. And now we get to go to Ascent, which is, I mean, Nothing to Lose's map pick. So maybe they can turn things around there.
There is something kind of beautiful about watching a team, even if it's just like maybe they're not even playing anybody else, but just seeing the way the movement is, how coordinated the spacing is, and all the utility at the right time, in the right place, for the right reason, everything for a reason. There is something beautiful about that. To see that synergy and that work ethic that goes into creating something like that is just satisfying. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just
I, I
beautiful.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, every ability. I mean, you don't see any duelists watching that map on C9 White, like running off and dying all by themselves. There was no real terrible opening picks that went against them. They did such a good job of keeping their spacing tight and making sure every ability was used appropriately. It was like a masterpiece. That was a perfect game by them.
It's really cool too because I think it it really tells you a lot about the philosophy that the team has and that the individuals on the team have about how to play the game and where they think the emphasis should be. Because some teams are like, look at Sentinels for example. Sentinels know how to play their strengths and they're a much looser team in that regard. And they're gonna make picks like you're gonna see Rainers, throw it in there. Obviously, you got 10s. You're gonna see stuff with Jet that's just totally crazy. The reins will be let loose a little bit, and the philosophy here is just different, and so it's really cool to see that. But with that said, it is time to toss to a break. We'll have to see after the break if Nothing to Lose can cobble something together to capitalize on some of the opportunities that they got in map 1. I believe in them. We'll see after the break.
Show me what you got. Back that up, 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 back back
Hey guys, welcome back from that quick break. See, don't worry, we got you. We're gonna come right on back for some more games in a jiffy. We just saw Cloud9 White beat their opponents Nothing to Lose, 13-5 on Haven. That was map number 1. We're gonna move into map number 2. Now, first, let's talk about what happened there. Sean, I want to point out, you had mentioned that it wasn't that necessarily Nothing to Lose wasn't playing well. So what was it, aside from C9 White being C9 White? Walk us through what C9 did to really keep Nothing to Lose at bay.
This was a game that was won by utility. Like, I mean, you can see these site execs, like guiding lights going behind the site, paint shells going into the site, Astro Stars going into spawn. It's like, where do you play if you're playing in A? And we saw what happened when Nothing to Lose would play aggressive. It would get caught by trailblazers and drones and be pushed off your angles. So there wasn't really much of a solution for them. They would have had to have like a totally different style of play where they fake pressure, draw out utility, maybe play for retake, play super disruptive. It would have required a massive game plan change for them to win this map. And that's on C9. That's C9 having an excellent game plan. Like, this is, Dan mentioned it at the end. I mean, they were just, every I was dotted, every T was crossed. This was just really, really well played by C9.
Yeah, and I think... Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Lucy.
No, not at all. It's that darn delay again. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm like across into different continents, so it's definitely my fault in that sense. But yeah, we're seeing the stats coming up here as well in terms of the individuals, and I was going to make a greater point about like how the individuals function on this team for C9 White, and although of course there's a lot of great players on Nothing to Lose, they weren't really allowed to play their game. Katsumi looked so devastating, but it was one of those like quiet, super strong games where Katsumi was just doing the right things as it was set up in the team for her to do. It wasn't that she was going off as an individual and like really just ripping the throats out of her opponents. It was the case that every player on this team, on the C9 White team, knows where every bit of util goes. Yes. They all know where they're supposed to be looking and when, and it's all simplified in that sense. And they have a lot of experience together that it enhances their levels of focus so much, because you can just dial in so much, because they know that they only have to focus on such small pieces, because they've taken care of so much in their preparation as a team. So that just like levels up the players. And I mean, on the fights, none of them really look flashy. It just looks like it was supposed to happen. And so that's definitely a sign of a good team.
Well, yeah, this squad has been playing together for quite some time now. I believe the longest we have in the women's scene. And so, of course, we're seeing that synergy and that cohesion coming to fruition in everything they do. It is clinical. So let's remind our viewers here what our map pool is looking like right now. That was Haven going down. We're moving on to Ascent. Now here we got C9 choosing to defend on Nothing to Lose's map pick. So how does this fare for Nothing to Lose coming in with C9 on the defense?
Oh, it's going to be hard because, again, we're going to see Katsumi probably bust out that Astra. And C9 is going to get map control at the key choke points. So does Nothing to Lose have solutions, right, to open up the rounds and seesaw between the sites? Or is it just going to be static site hits, right? Like, is it going to be A hit, B hit, mid B split, mid A split, and there's not going to be any seesawing? If there's no seesawing, I heavily favor C9 in a matchup like that, because we saw, like Dan said, I mean, they can eliminate a lot of variables with their utility usage and their setups. And I think their rotations are so on point right now.
Yeah, I would almost have to see. I mean, it's just that classic situation where, if you're behind in terms of just the overall level of your team, you have to take risks and just hope that the variance kind of plays a little bit in your favor, and that can actually turn out very well and allow you to have more opportunities if it goes your way, because you can start to put the other team in spots where maybe they get a bit comfortable, maybe they feel the pressure a little bit, maybe they make some more individual mistakes, and it kind of opens up the game a bit. And as you throw them off their game by maybe hitting, rolling the dice and hitting the number you're looking for a few times in a row. And you might also want to try not to play their game, the things that they expect, and just try to default against them and try to play the strategies that might be expected, but try to gamble on the ways that you play the attack. Try to play a gamble style where you're just spending a lot of players in like certain spots to try to convert map control and almost spending too much to do it. You kind of have to play risky like that, I think, to try and give yourself an opportunity against a team that is so good right now.
Yeah, and I think part of the solution for Nothing to Lose is what we saw in Haven, right? A double duelist comp, trying to get the duelist activated versus the single duelist C9 comp. And I think we're going to see the same thing. We're going to see 2 duelists versus 1. And if the duelist can open up the rounds, this is what we said in the pregame, you know, things will go a lot better for Nothing to Lose. But in that first map, they couldn't. It wasn't even possible, right? I think things will be a little bit harder on C9 on Ascent because it's just a bigger map. But still, I mean, Nothing to Lose has a lot to prove on the second map.
They do. And usually Nothing to Lose doesn't typically run double duelists on Ascent, but we're going to find out, right? Because this is the weekend where we're changing things up. You got to evolve or die, everybody. So this is it. Map number 2 on Ascent. Guys, let's find out what happens here.
Yes, thank you, Lucy. Yeah, straight into that agent select. And yeah, I mean, this could be a place where we can start to understand what it could look like. We can, you know, in terms of what Nothing to Lose will be working with, how they can maybe find some winning conditions. So, you know, let's talk about that a little bit, Sean. You know, what do the win conditions look like as we are seeing Nothing to Lose starting out on the attack, and we're starting to see them lock in some of these agents?
Yeah, I think Cat triggered hovering over that Reyna. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for a Reyna pick when I was mentioning that in pregame. I think Lunar Cats is kind of trolling with the Yoru hover right there. And yeah, I really wanted to see these duelists that we have right now and Nothing to Lose. The Jet and Reyna picks where you can play very disruptive and you can live, right? So you can kind of go into this utility, this annoying utility that C9 has, and you can try to make an individual play and live, right? If those two have success, Ariana and Cat Triggered, I mean, they could easily steal this map. This is such a clash of styles. I don't think it's as black and white as people think it is.
Yeah, and especially...
Like,
go ahead.
Dan? What style do you like between these two styles? Like the double duelist, Reyna Jet versus the solo duelist Phoenix. Like, what do you think about this?
Do you mean in general? Or do you mean for like the matchup?
Yeah, I mean in general, because things have changed since the last time we casted, so I'm curious.
I think for me, it actually becomes at the elite level so much about the players, and I think if you can make the Jet Reyna work, I actually think it's very fun to see that, because I feel like you can get really aggressive on this map and you can play the rotation games so well. And the issue is that the Reyna, I don't know how much I rate the Reyna flashes, especially given how powerful flashes are and how cheap it can be to take space with other agents with like the other initiators. But either way, we're gonna see how that works out here for Nothing to Lose. Maybe this is like a Hail Mary kind of decision to go for just a more firepower oriented, mechanical oriented style. I think it's a great choice, and we're gonna see them opening things up here on mid.
All right, Jet Smoke on Cat to start, following the Sova drone fast into a mid B split. Alarm bot activated at mid. Look at the rotate coming in from C9. All 5 players will be here by the time this hit happens.
There goes the Leah. The duelist making space. Trying to play back boathouse though. Cloud9 White. Oh, Mel's creeping in the smoke, looking for the timings. And my god, Mel's classic right click. I need some of that because mine does not shoot like that. But still, the site will go to Nothing to Lose, and Cloud9 White are on the retake, and they're down a player as well. So certainly not going to be easy. Jazzykins a little bit weak. Might have the heal on, ready on cooldown soon. But it does seem like Cloud9 White are going for it.
The Sova MP main might have a recon on deck very soon. Won't even matter, Dan.
Okay. Man, there wasn't even time for words for that. It was in between words, in the breath, that all of those kills happened there. And I mean, that's the pistol for you. Nothing to Lose opening up with the pistol victory. And you know, I think this is a great sign. Obviously, seeing the underdog getting that pistol win and being able to start off taking the initiative. But the first hurdle, of course, as always, will be dealing with the eco.
C9, oh my gosh, the 2 shorties in play here. One on both sides. I kind of want to see it happen, Dan.
How dare you?
Oh, I love it. Oh no.
Oh, what a... This is actually so awesome.
the Phoenix broke it for. Let's go. It's gonna happen, Dan. I believe.
Ooh, the bait as well. The bait. It's just... I just can't. It's just too perfect. It's just... And here comes... Oh, Jazzy wants it! It's gonna get it! The shorty comes in, and there's the hot hands to get away. I mean, if Jazzy even wants to get away, just... I mean, making the shorty look really good right there. Ooh, steals away the Spectre too, the upgrade. Oh, there's no punish either from above in time. It's Jazzy's out of there. The kill, the gun. Oh no! I mean that. I feel like if there's anything that like just tells us about this entire game, it's just that moment. In a nutshell, the entire game.
That's criminal. That she gets that and gets away. Unreal. The fast mid B splits in though, and Mel is gonna be in a 1-on-4 here. She's gonna play for the retake. I love this.
And
oh,
no.
no.
Oh, I just can't. I can't. It's happening here with the shorty. 2 shorties, 2 kills on either side of the map. Very impressive stuff from C9 White to facilitate that. But still, they got to get the retake in, and it will be tough. Dignitas has that Astra utility ready to go.
Recon on deck right here. Oh, this is gonna get him too. This is gonna ping. Oh wow, they're so fast.
Timing not working out there. For Sarah Star. And there comes a recon from Annie Dro. Cloud9 White. In they go. As Sarah Star's looking to try to defend this. It's just too many. Too many players. R-Star has it all to do against 3. And the numbers, again, are going to secure it here. And there is more than enough time to get this defusal in. And oh, the Thrifty comes through. The fire is Thrifty. And again, Sean, you just got to like... respect the amount of detail in this setup. The bait here is so strong. It's just so strong.
It was very well played. To have Phoenix break that for, you know, not panic and instantly shoot it with the shorty, that's really smart. I mean, part of me, it feels a little bit bad for wanting that to happen with the shorties, but that was such a sick round by C9 White. And like you said, I mean, it's just it perfectly, you know, shows how this series is playing out.
Just so much thought into these small plays, just getting that extra value that can make the difference. And well, starting off with the Odin and getting a kill is not a good way to start your buy rounds, or being on the receiving end of that kill is not a good way to start your buy rounds. What is the move here, Sean, for nothing to lose?
On a round like this, severe gun disadvantage, obviously. Ariana did invest into this Vandal, so maybe she can make something happen. I'm gonna wait out this smoke mid. That Recon's not actually gonna ping Katsumi.
Katsumi in the smoke. It is very brave to do this. They are a player ahead here, so there's no need necessarily to actually go for that. And you can see just creating the pressure there, just suggesting that there might be a push coming in from the flank. But unfortunately, it's going to be looking quite impossible to challenge this Odin. It's just looking far too strong here, coming through the ace with the Odin from Annie Dro. I just don't know what to say about that, honestly. It's grotesque. I mean, it wasn't against the buy round, so there is that. But still.
There's only so much I can take, Dan. I'm getting dizzy. I'm getting dizzy from the shorty Odin combo right now. I can't. What's happening next, Judge? I can't take this anymore.
Bucky is the next level.
Stinger,
I've seen
maybe.
a Bucky in a hot minute.
Wait till the next patch when the Stinger is dirt cheap.
Oh no, the Stinger is still really good as well. People just don't. I don't know why they didn't believe in the Stinger still. Anyway.
You've been on Stinger Gang for a long time.
Yeah, man. It's the money. But we have a full buy here, and we don't have really any map control at all from Nothing to Lose. They're focusing their efforts on A main mostly. Just have one lurk in mid, and this looks scary. C9 White look actually ready to set up a fight for this. Flash is
my
available.
God.
Oh, this is so aggressive. And Alexis is waiting for the perfect moment. They have no idea about Alexis. Coming in, takes down the player, carrying the spike, and now taking ground with that spike, dropping the hot hands, winning the fight. It just cannot go any better for C9 White. Beautiful series of plays. And Alexis just understanding the perfect timing to just completely stuff this attempt onto the A site. It doesn't appear fair right now for Nothing to Lose to be up against some of these plays. C9 White doing such a great job.
Ooh, good find from Artstar. Puts her in a 1-on-2. Very difficult. But she has a lot to work with. Ooh, turret. That'll give her some info. So she knows at least one is on the right. 13 seconds.
Great play coming in again from C9 White to make sure it's guaranteed, playing off of one another. And there it is, 3-1.
I mean, you mentioned it. Ariana taps the orb because she sees the Astra Star chilling there, on the orb. That causes the gravity well to initiate. That causes the slow to come over the wall. And that causes, the Phoenix curveball to come around the corner and the quick A main retake. Right? The Phoenix lurks into Wine with that. And then the Sage is just playing close with that wall. And once that wall comes up, there's no shot you're clearing Wine at that point. There's just no shot. You have so much to do before you ever think about clearing Wine. God, C9 is just being such a nuisance with the utility.
Yeah, and now the shenanigan walls. No, that is just... Oh, that is something special from Jazzykins, just finding a hair and taking down Ariana. The Sheriffs will be put to work. And, I mean, they are not doing too bad of a job here. Taking down Jazzy and Alexis will leave Cloud9 White with 3 players. And lots of time left here. There is an opportunity to be had. Although, out comes the Odin once again. And he drove down to 17, though. So, looking like a much better situation. The Frenzy doing some serious work here. Now it's down to a cat triggered against 2 players. Spike is on the ground again. Time to work with, but doesn't understand the position of Katsumi. And that's another round for Cloud9 Whites.
Oh, it looked like, Nothing to Lose had all the trades going their way. But again, it's not like C9 looks like they're significantly better aim-wise. It's just every setup, every piece of utility is just so well coordinated with everyone else on the team. The Sage wall going up, she has people protecting her, she has a catwalk set up. And it takes a lot for Nothing to Lose to even get in these 3-on-3s, in these 2-on-2s, Even getting those trades is difficult in these setups. It's a testament to how good C9 White is looking in this matchup.
Yeah, definitely. It's, again, I mean, we've just credited their utility usage over and over again. And what's great about it is that, like, just seeing these setups in play, it feels like there's so much cool stuff to steal if you're a team watching. There's just so, like, and it's not even necessarily the setups directly. It's the principles behind the setups, whereby you're using something like a Q to understand when you should initiate your setup, and using baits, using each other, trying to suggest there's only one player there when maybe there's 2. Like, these are just principles that you can apply across any map when you're creating strategies, and it's great to see the demonstrations C9 White are putting on for us here. But as we go into this next buy round, we'll have to see if Nothing to Lose can find something in this one. And we see a more typical spread, possibly a 1-2-2. We'll see if how much they invest into B main here. The spike is towards B main.
And he still has that Odin. Oh my goodness. Look, they're just waiting. They're so scared. The gravity well's right there as well. When it back is used, oh my goodness.
Oh, just straight through the layer. Alexis getting max value from that run it back. Anidro backing it up there, protecting the body with the Odin.
That's what I mean. There's just always someone backing up someone else. And unless you just win the aim duels, just right off the bat, you just one-shot, the Phoenix ult coming your way, there's likely a layered piece of utility or a person. It's just so difficult.
You shall not pass. Wait, is that reference too old as well?
Sorry, what was
the
that?
Lord of the Rings reference, Gandalf
Yeah.
against the
Yeah,
Balrog. You shall not pass. Is that too?
No,
that...
I don't think that's not dated yet. There's
That's
no
still
way.
okay.
There's no way.
It's not sure anymore. Anyway, we'll get the 2 nano swarms to slow things down even more. And again, it is a question as to whether they can breach the choke point at this point. Cloud9 have done a pretty remarkable job in slowing things down. Although we'll get that pushed through eventually, but just straight into the utility and the just masses ready to defend that A site position well in advance of the push. And another round in the bag for C9 White, looking even better than on Haven at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I mentioned it before the game, the choke point control. Look at what's going on at B with the Phoenix run it back, with the Odin spamming. There's so much going on at B, but also at A, they had a Sage wall, and the Sage slowed right after it. They had 2 Killjoy mollies. Like, it just takes a lot to get into these sites right now on C9 White. It's not like you can just rush in. You have to kind of take your time, lead out the utility, and you have to have full map control. Otherwise, they're just going to rotate in. And they're still sitting on the Killjoy ult right now.
Yeah, that's the thing. And that was something that they did so well on the first map as well, is to get the old advantage and not just get it and just burn them, but just understand how to pace them so that there was always, like, if something went wrong, they could use that advantage to just have an answer, have some get out of jail free card ready to go at any time. And given that they don't necessarily need the ults to accomplish goals of taking sides or winning rounds, the ults are left in reserve for when things go wrong.
Oh, this is a fake though, Dan. Look, the Killjoy ult over here at the A site has pulled the entire rotation. Oh, they have an empty B site. But Mel has the lockdown, so even though this site is empty right now, if she can get to boat and pop this ult, it's over.
And also the Sova Recon plus Anidra having that Odin is pretty dangerous. And I like the sense here. You gotta try to get some kills. You gotta try to push out of the site. You can't allow them to just walk into a site. Oh my God! Mel just runs through. Just
now.
I can't believe it.
Right here. Oh dear. Oh,
there's that Odin. Oh. All right. Oh, that's unfortunate. Gets 3 tags, but. Oh my God, Mel is like the Predator right now.
None of them died, Dan.
Yeah.
Flawless.
Secret Lab Flawless comes through the Cloud9 Whites. Nothing to lose. I mean, you'd love to see them scrape together at least a couple rounds in this half because, again, you know, they're not finding much success on the attacking side, but, you know, the defending side could be somewhat of a different story. We'll have to see. Again, I think, you know, you mentioned it, Sean. It does come down to early map control, and you need to be able to have answers to B main control, A main control, and possibly even mid control to at least manipulate their rotations so you can play a mid round. But we're not really getting to a mid rounds in a lot of these rounds.
This is how the game started off, right? I think Nothing to Lose had their eyes on mid, and a couple of those hits got shut down, they got defeated, and then they went into site hits, which is what I was afraid of before the game started. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh my God, Alexis.
She's just destroying it in the series.
Yeah. Yeah. There is just this confidence from C9 White, and I mean, you can't. There's no surprise that they are playing so confidently. When you know that your game plan's working, when you know that the player next to you is just owning, when everything feels comfortable, man. They're so comfortable. I mean, they're probably playing in like the velvet bathrobe, the velvet slippers.
They're in the library with you. They're just chilling there.
I mean, they're having a spa day right now here on Ascent.
Oh my goodness. Double Astra Stars over there at B main. Killjoy turret for first contact. Sarah has the double shock dart lineup to deal with Annie, who's been spamming. But unfortunately, she's not there this round. I mean, the setup's just constantly moving, and it's impossible for Nothing to Lose to just get a grasp on what's going on. So this is going to be a good B hit.
Ooh, oh, okay. We get the dash through the Nano Swarm. Straight into Mel. In position to deny that. And It's going to be an interesting one. There's still opportunities here as ground is gained, although they are down a player. Nothing to lose. Just a couple, good connections away from looking to find a hold. Again, the Odin is very problematic because it's so effective at spamming into the site, and especially with the recon, it can be quite difficult. Able to clear out B main there. That's just so awesome. The teamwork there.
Jeez, that's an insane piece of info.
Oh, the headshot found by Katsumi. Oh, it's just savagery.
No one.
No one survives. No one is left alive. Oh my god, it's just, I just can't, Sean. It's
just every piece of utility is planned. It's like they've played this game before and they thought through how to use every piece of utility.
It's like that Tom Cruise movie where like, do you know which one I mean? I forget what it's called.
What is it? Something about tomorrow.
Yeah, Edge of Tomorrow or something, I think. Oh, that's a great movie. Edge of Tomorrow, Live Die Repeat. Thank you, production there. Pinecone with the goods. Yeah, that's what's happening right now.
This is I don't even know what to do if I was on Nothing to Lose right now. They've tried everything. They've tried A, they've tried Cat, they've tried mid B splits, they've tried B. They just have to like default around the map and spread it out and just hope for the best.
And that wall is, I mean, it feels quite aggressive, and it's just very oppressive, just how much delay there is there. But even still, like, C9 always seem to have more delay ready. Even if we get this Sage utility burned early on, Katsumi looking for the headshots. Oh, looking confident there. Oh, man, that's just deathmatch right now for Katsumi. Hunting heads. And, oh, man.
Spike down A.
Katsumi's just looking for frags right now, padding the stats. And Alexis to clean things up. C9 White, 9-1. Again, it looks hopeless right now for Nothing to Lose, but again, if they can find one or two more rounds, just something to work with to have a puncher's chance as the sides switch into the second half. I never want to count people out, in this game.
I can respect the fact that you're an optimist, Dan. I don't know if you took a lot of sales courses or something, but you're doing a great job.
Thanks,
C9 White just look incredible. All right, I don't know what the solution is right now if you're on Nothing to Lose. Oh dear. Ariana working up Cat. I think they just need to. Yeah, I think they're gonna let their duelists try to take some fights right now. Instead of telegraphing these hits, they just need to wait out some of this utility.
Drone comes through. Some information. One player tree. At the same time, looking for aggression towards B main. And they've got that forward mid control. I like this. Again, as you say, Sean, perhaps an opportunity opened up. They get rid of some util from their opponents. They may force C9 White to have to use some info gathering utility as well. Ooh, walking through the smoke feels very possible right now. Oh, the transfer from Anidro actually does not look real. That looks like something just completely fake. I don't understand how that's possible. Anidro just causing problems. She is the problem with that Odin. Arstar though with a nice follow-up, and it's looking a little bit doable now at this point. 3 more players in market. Arstar making quick work of them. Giving Luna Cats a fighting chance to the spike is down. Great follow-up from Luna Cats. The second frag can't be found. The end boss. Anidro to Odin.
There can't be any more bullets, Dan. Make it stop. No more. No more Odin. That was disgusting. When she flicked from the Reyna Lear onto the face of that player. The Jet. I think it was Ariana.
Yeah.
That was incredible. That was so fast.
Oh my god.
What?
I'm telling you, Sean, if we see that again in slow motion, the gun didn't even have the model in the game didn't have time to adjust to where the crosshair went. It was still in the air.
My old wrist is in pain just looking at it. Oh my god.
I don't know, man.
Get out of my way.
All right. Into the next round. We've got a lot of ults ready to go here for Nothing to Lose. They got 4 ults on deck. The Blade Storm, the Hunter's Fury, the Lockdown, the Cosmic Divide, all ready to go and be shipped out. And we've got Jazzykins. Might actually get caught by this. Does get tagged up. R-Star's going to go down, though. Alexis finding that one. Sarah able to dodge Hunter's Fury there as well. Now Mel is ready to go there. Mel just knows exactly how to catch the dash. It just seems so... Again, like you said, Sean, like she's done this before.
Maybe she's Tom Cruise.
Spike down
Yeah.
B.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. The timing on her when she popped those mollies was perfect. Catches the jet alone. There's no trade in sight. The other two players would have had to run through the Asher smoke and through 2 mollies. It just wasn't going to happen. She played the situation perfectly.
Yeah, and she has caught that dash push multiple times now in that same fashion. Knowing the right positions, the spacing that she needs, her crosshair placement is just waiting for the dash because she knows that there's no other player that can gain space through the nanoswarm. So it has to be a dash play. So that's where her crosshair is. It's ready for that. So it's all quite well planned. Annie is having fun right now. It's just too much fun. Is there like a limit to the amount of fun you're allowed to have?
Well,
I don't know.
it's your amount of fun you can have is directly or it's inversely related to how much fun the other team is having. So the other team must be having no fun because she's having a lot of fun. You know?
Like negative fun?
Yeah.
Like a fun debt?
I'm not sure if it can go negative, but it's very close to that right now. If you're on nothing to lose.
Revealing area.
I thought it was something funny, but we'll come back to that as we do have the pistol here coming in hot for the second half. Nothing to lose, trying to keep their chances alive in this one. If you missed the action, Cena White won the first map here, fighting for a chance to survive here in this series. Arianicus will get the first opening kill, but some answers coming through quickly from C9 White, and it's a dash to plant on that B side for C9 White. Here come the Asher Stars quite quickly from Katsumi to try to cover all these post-plant positions, lock out these defending Nothing to Lose players.
Sarah has this drone. That could be pretty big. They might not even wait for it. They're just sending it.
Oh, I just love the scummy angles with on top of the walls. Fantastic stuff there on the Sage by Jazzykins. Sarah Star and Arianicus, though, trying to make their way in for this retake. Still some time to work with. The spike is, of course, ever getting closer to detonation. And now they have to push forwards. Mel in the corner below, trying to really mess with the crosshair placement here. Mel with the jumping classic. Doesn't get it off with the right click. Can Jazzy end the dreams? She can! 12-1. C9 White, 1 round away from just utter domination in this series.
Yeah, I mean, is there any other way to put it than just absolute domination? Nothing to Lose won the opening pistol, right, Dan? That's their 1 round?
Yes.
Yeah, and then
That
they
is
got
correct.
ecoed. That is insane. And they also won the first 2 rounds on Haven, and they got 13-5.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, holy cow.
Right here.
This is such an insane performance from C9 White.
Revealing area.
Yeah, they're doing a fantastic job, and not a lot to work with here for Nothing to Lose, but of course they're fully buying into this as it is. Their backs are against the wall. No more lives remaining. Oh.
Yikes, Dan. Yikes.
Okay. Still 4 players left. We got a Bucky, we got a Spectre, Sheriff, a Ghost. But the thing is here as well is that C9 White are not rushing things. They're just... They get the pick. They know there's desperation for Nothing to Lose. They might make some risky plays on the extremities. They're looking to catch any pushes anywhere on the map. And they're just looking to punish mistakes. That is the sign of a good team, is that you give no openings, you force your opponent to take or create openings for themselves, and then you punish them. Such as that.
I mean, this round, Nothing to Lose tried the exact thing that C9 did in the previous half. They played close with a shotgun. Look at the difference. You know, like, there's no dry peek into that shotgun. Even if there was like a turret, you know, Annie Joe's shooting 2 shock darts in that spot. She's so aware that that's a possibility.
Just here trying to finish things off. Zanny Dro, but she's going to go down. I mean, maybe needs to purchase that Odin again. There may not be any more Odins. Indeed, 13-1. Cloud9 White close things down. And, I mean, it looked like there was some promise from Nothing to Lose on the first map. They definitely did a lot of things right. But Cloud9 White, they are on another level right now. And it is, even though you have these matchups that are very dominant, I have to say I do really enjoy watching all of the things, all of the work that Cloud9 White have done to achieve a result like this, as dominant as this. As you said, Sean, they have so much nuance in their tactics. It's just great to watch.
Yeah, this isn't a win where you walk away saying, hey, all 5 players on Cloud9 White are just mechanically better. This is a win where you say Cloud9 White is a much, much better team. Like, the players on Cloud9 White are individually skilled. They're very individually skilled. But holy cow, they synergize abilities so well. Like, I don't even know what Nothing to Lose could have done to win that game.
Yeah, they are so dominant. My goodness, and I guess Shopify's KP isn't getting a tattoo on the rear anytime soon. So there's that. You guys don't know, there was definitely some chatter over Twitter on that. So not going to be today, boys. But that's going to be Cloud9 White advancing and sending Nothing to Lose down to the lowers. It's fine. They've still got a lower bracket run that they've got ahead of them. Still an opportunity. So let's oh wait, are we talking about stats though soon here, or we want some replays? All right, it's fine. We're gonna talk about it. You guys kind of gave a lot of conversation already around that. I mean, it was such an unfortunate dominant display by Cloud9 White. Unfortunate, obviously, for Nothing to Lose. It's back to the drawing board for them, unfortunately. But, well, I mean, at least until they meet up for their next opponents. Maybe they're going to meet up C9 White in the finals. We're going to find out. Stay tuned. It's just, like I said, at the top of the show, we've got very meaty top 8 squads here for this Game Changers Series 2. It is fantastic, right, guys? I mean, the Game Changers initiative has really just popped off in the women's scene and really grown up tons of talent.
Yeah, I think it's something that was missing for a long time in the other scenes that Dan and I have been a part of, right? I love the initiative